you guys doing today? My name is Anima, and today we have a post-commentated Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you all, this time against Verya, otherwise known as Verya Leona on Twitter. Guys, do check her out. She is a highly competitive battler, and you're gonna get your ass kicked, probably. I've only battled her twice. Both matches have been very close. She thinks of everything. Be prepared for everything. She is really cool. She's a really, really strong battler. And please go and check her out if you want to battle. She's really cool. She's a lovely person as well. Yes, I'm back from Disneyland! Wow! And it was really, really fun. Obviously, you actually wouldn't have noticed whether or not I was gone because I've been scheduling videos, so it's all nice and good. So you guys still have stuff to watch, which is awesome. But yeah, we're going to hit play before I get carried away talking to all of you. I was pretty scared of this team because it's fairly bulky. I got concerned looking at the last three Pokemon in particular because I was like, oh, the bulk! And I just wasn't ready. I was just like, oh man, can they just go on Weight Watchers? Because seriously, the bulk is ridiculous. That joke was so bad. The Rapidash is a threat. The Glaceon is a threat. The Mismagius is always a threat. And my team, I do like this team. So far we've got the Focus Pash, we got the Focus Sash Primeape, we got the Mixed Electivire, Defensive Metang, Scarfed Modest, Mismagius, we've got this ridiculous Scyther that I need to replace, and a specially defensive Togetic named Benedict. So let's hit play, and you guys can see what I saw, and it's gonna be amazing! I don't know, it's not going to be that amazing. I hope you enjoyed anyway. So I'm going to lead with the Kitties. The universal lead of this team, the Focus Sash, is intact. It's all gravy, baby! And she's going to lead with Syla, her Dragonair. I go straight for the close combat because I need to inflict massive damage upon this creature. Yes, I do indeed. And I think that Dragonairs are more inclined to be specially defensive anyway. That's what I think, but I'm not completely sure. That's what mine is anyway. She goes for the T-Wave, which is a great play on her behalf, as most Primeapes are scarfed, but mine is not, as I'm sure you all know. Now, I go first here, but I get fully parried. It's a bit sad because I would have killed with the close combat. I would have, so that's a bit annoying, and my Sash would have been attacked. But it doesn't matter, that's what power does. And I get Dragon Tailed out into Tiger. Now, at this point, I should have went for Substitute, and I don't know why I didn't. I really, really should have done that. But I think I was fearing the Dragon Tail breaking my sub and tailing me out, or weird shit like that. So I went for the Cross Chop, and I miss, which is sad, and out comes Shen, and Shen don't care about Cross Chop even, so it doesn't even matter what happened just then. So I go into Jupy, expecting a, you know, a status move or something like that, and she actually goes for the Reflect, so this is a load of doo-doo, and she goes for the Substitute, which is even more doo-doo. So this is a Prankster Reflect sub, and it's very interesting. Yeah, so I go for the Stealth Rocks on the sub, which is really nice for me. I can't really touch this thing, but then, to be fair, she can't really touch me unless she has attacking moves, and even then, her stab is really not going to be very effective on me, and I am bulky as sin. So she does actually withdraw and goes into her Wartortle, and I was kind of expecting the Rapid Spin and so on from this thing, but I went for the Gyro Ball anyway. I just want to break the Meowstic sub because Meowstic is naturally pretty fast anyway. It's one of the faster Prankster users, if y'all didn't know. But she actually goes for the Aqua Tail. I think she predicted me to switch out here. I'm not completely sure why. Maybe she thought I would be fearing the Scald, but I went for the Toxic here. Not really, I don't know. I think she might have predicted me to switch into Mismagius to Spin Block, but I wanted to get a Toxic on this thing because this is bulky, and nobody else on my team packs Toxic. So now I think she's going to go for the Rapid Spin, not wanting to risk not being able to get rid of these rocks, and I switch into Sketch to block that. So I think there was a bit of a situation there, leading up to Sketch coming in. But she doesn't want to take the potential Energy Ball, and the way I brought Mismagius in does kind of scream that I pack it, and I do. But I know that she's going to switch out, so I do go for the more powerful Shadow Ball. The rocks are extremely useful here. They're chipping away at things and just kind of putting them in range for my Spoopy Ghost to take them out, so that's very nice. So we are able to kind of chip away at Syla just a bit, but it is a 2 KO, and that does show me that this thing is specially defensive indeed. Obviously, if I'd gone for the Energy Bolt or the T-Bolt, it would have been really great for her to bring in her Dragonair. Regardless, it did manage to do a 2 KO situation, and oh my lord, that was just horrendous. But yes, out comes Shen, who goes for the Toxic, just putting my Mismagius on a timer, as I went straight for the Shadow Ball, just wanting to kill this thing dead. If it had Toxic me and lived the Shadow Ball, it could have sub-stalled me in some way. It could have switched around and messed about with that, and that would have been very painful for me. That would have been very painful for me indeed. At this point, I don't know if she can really tell for certain if I'm locked in or not, but I do keep spamming Shadow Ball. So Who knows? But I am Scarfed, as I said at the beginning, Scarfed Modest, while she is actually Timid Spec. So I do manage to kind of cheekily snake around that, because the combination is usually blah blah Specs or blah blah bland or blah blah Scarf, isn't it? So it made absolutely no sense just then. But now we're back at this showdown with this War Turtle, and she goes to the Aqua Jet, and I'm obviously still locked into Shadow Ball, so I'm gonna go for that Shadow Ball, you hear me? And it's going to not quite take the War Turtle out because this is EVO-like, but this is extremely interesting because this is like a physically attacking War Turtle with the Aqua Tail and Aqua Jet Rapid Spin. I'm not sure what the last move is, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess it's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's really nice to see like a truly offensive War Turtle. I don't mean offensive as in it insulted my mother, but I mean offensive as in it's gonna kick butt. These things are bulky. They're usually just spinners. They're usually physically defensive, and they usually make me cry. But this one is making me cry for all kinds of different reasons. So that's refreshing in itself, I guess. Anyway, so that standoff fades, and we're up to a new fresh start. We've got blind leads here. So she goes into Chien. Or Chien, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but it's a very pretty name. Her names are so pretty, right? And I go out into Tiger. I'm fearing the choice banded flare blitz because that's common, but I should have known better because she goes for the Will-O-Wisp. Regardless, it wouldn't really have been. I was just fearing a lot of things from this thing. I could have gone for the EQ because I do pack that, but it wouldn't have been able to take this thing out. And that's a problem for a variety of reasons, because you're going to see very shortly. So she goes for the flare blitz, and Jupy is just fucking crazy. I know what you're thinking. I brought in Jupy, the steel type, on a fire type because I wanted her to take a bunch of recoil from the flare blitz. But for some reason, Jupiter lives and is able to get off this toxic. I wasn't expecting to live, but it was pretty damn useful to get this toxic off, and you're going to see precisely why. So Jupy is going to die. Jupy is going to die to the burn, and that's very sad. Look at Metank dying. He's like your nerdy, big, bulky friend that nobody picks on because he's huge, but he's like massively nerdy. And I go into Devil, the stupidest Scyther you've ever seen, and I go for the vacuum wave, and it's really dumb. Doesn't even take it out. And she's gonna be able to go for the Morning Sun and Life Orb stall me for a bit. And this is gonna go on for quite a bit, so get comfortable, folks. Tell me about your day. Well, you can't yet, so you can tell me about it afterwards. I'll tell you about my life. But first I'm gonna say, we're just gonna keep vacuum waving this thing until I can think of a better thing to do, because as far as I'm concerned, she is healing a lot with the Morning Sun, but the toxic is going to rack up. And we're eventually going to come to a point where I'm going to switch out, and it was very bloody good that I did, and you're going to see why. But yeah, guys, have any of you gone to Disneyland? I went to the one in Anaheim, LA. And LA's interesting. LA's interesting. If anyone's from there, let me know. Let me know what you think. But yeah, it's fun. It was so fun. Went on Space Mountain, and it was really cool. It was the best ride ever. It was such a good time. Anyway, so at this point, she does go for the Will-O-Wisp, so that Morning Sun shit is over. And I get off this U-turn. It's not going to do anything because I'm burnt, and it's resisted, and so on and so forth. But it was very bloody good that I did this. It's very, very bloody good that I got Devil out of there, and you're going to be able to see that very shortly. So I go into Benedict, just to, like, thinking that I can stall this thing more effectively, like one-on-one. I can do it. I have Roost. I have a means to kill this thing, even if it has Wild Charge. It's not going to be able to kill me. So I went for the Heal Bell, just to unparalyze my Primeape. And at this point, I wasn't particularly sure if the Glaceon was Scarfed or not. I didn't know. But I've run a Scarfed Glaceon before, and they're pretty useful. But I didn't run it much. And she's going to go for the Wild Charge, and as I said, it's not going to be enough to kill me outright. If I'd gone for Roost, I would have been able to mildly be able to stall this thing. But either way, Chien is going to get taken out. I'm sorry, I still don't know how to say that. I'm going to Baton Pass out of here and go into my Primeape, and yeah, Achilles is going to be here and look intimidating. And it would have been great if this creature was not Scarfed. I'm sure she was probably, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm sure anything, but if I were her, I would have been worried that this Primeape was Scarfed, because that's very usual. And this is the one time Focus Ash has bitten me in the bum, because I'm not able to outspeed the Glaceon for love or money, and it's able to get a Frost Breath off. So at this point, I'm like, it's okay, I just need to do enough damage to it to the point where a Vacuum Wave will take it out, because nobody's faster than it right now. I knew Tiger could take at least one hit, and I was correct, and I'm able to get off this Cross Chop, thankfully not missing, because holy shit. Holy shit! But the Glaceon does live with just a smidgen of health. And that is fine, because I have this stupid vacuum wave Scyther. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so she's going to be able to take me out with that second Frost Breath. And Tiger, you did good, you did what you needed, what I needed you to do. And Devil is going to come out and she is going to get off this vacuum wave. And that is going to be enough. Thank the Lord, doing a total of 1 damage. At least it does that much. Because any more, trust me, if the Glaceon was on 3 damage, it wouldn't have killed. It just wouldn't have killed. Special Scyther, don't do it. It's like not even clever, just don't do it. But thank you very much, Verya, for the game. I truly enjoyed that. It's a pleasure battling you. And yes, your Twitter link will be in the description down below. Lords and ladies, please go and check her out. Because she's a babe. But yeah, don't use Special Scyther. It's really dumb. It's really, really stupid. You just shouldn't do it. Basically, okay, my full moveset, I'm just going to talk about it, because at the end of videos, if you've been watching for a bit, you know that's like my stupid time where I just ramble at you for a while, and I'm sorry if you don't enjoy that. Anyway, yeah, so it's got Vacuum Wave, it has Silver Wind, and it has U-turn, and it has something else, Hidden Power of Fire, I think. But yeah, because there are 60 moves, they're boosted by Technician, but even then the attack is so crap, the special attack is so bad, you're better off actually just kind of, I don't know, verbally abusing your opponent. That will do more damage emotionally. The HP bar will still go down more than bloody this stuff anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Guys, if you liked that battle, feel free to leave a like, as it does help the channel out so much. Please do, it really does help out. But of course, it is up to you. Leave a comment if you're so inclined, telling me about your life at large, ladies and gentlemen. Answer the QOT DA as well, which is going to be... I'm really not sure if I've asked you this before. Just tell me off if I have. Please tell me off if I have. I'll enjoy it. No, what was your favorite Disney film as a kid? I'm feeling topical and Disney-ish because of just going there. And I have to say mine was The Lion King. I loved the hell out of The Lion King. The Lion King was the best film ever! And so was Beauty and the Beast and Lady and the Tramp. I just liked the cool stuff. The Beast was really cool. I really liked the Beast. His design is awesome. But The Lion King, superb, bloody good film. It's a bloody good film, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, let me know what your favorite Disney film is. I'm very curious to see if anyone else says The Lion King. You better do. You'll be my friend forever. But yeah, I am curious. And if you weren't really a Disney kid, just let me know your favorite childhood film in general. That's fine too. And yeah. Please feel free to do that. Subscribe as well if you haven't already, because it would be a pleasure to have you on board. But more importantly than likes, comments, subscriptions, and all of that jazz, is for you all to take care of yourselves. And I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye!